So I don't understand even the logic here. It makes no sense. But on top of all of that would be forgivable. Okay? All of it would be forgivable. If it weren't the case that I know you're just a subversive. That's it. And the only reason you're upset with me is because I'm vastly popular, and I'm going to continue to be vastly popular while you nip on my heels on fucking X like the fat, pathetic loser that you are, Gary. And there's nothing that you're going to be able to do about that.
Andrew Wilson completely annihilates this woke numerologist for his personal attacks in this heated debate. As Andrew Wilson clashes with this numbers guy calling him out, Andrew stays calm, patient, waits, and dismantles this guy's entire argument to his face live. Let's get in.
Well, it basically goes like this, man. If you're going to preach about Christianity and you're going to preach to others about what a good Christian is and how people should become Christians, then the way you live your life has a lot to do with it, because you basically have to do what you preach or you're a fraud. So here's what it comes down to, man. If you already made vows to a woman and you broke them and now you're with a different woman, a lot of Christians would consider that adultery. Quite frankly, your wife, and again, I have nothing against her. This has nothing to do with her personally. But the fact of the matter is, she has kids from two different men. Two different people she took vows to and said, I will love you forever. And she has kids from those people's marriages. Now, you always talk about a nuclear family, sir. What kind of nuclear family is this? The nuclear family is the bedrock. Hold on, sir. The nuclear family is the bedrock of society. A mom, a dad, kids, not a Brady Bunch. Not an ex-wife and an ex-husband. They get a whole bunch of kids from different marriages together, and they think everything's going to be kumbaya. This is what destroys society from within. So if you actually want to be a good Christian or a good Muslim or a good anything, pick the right one the first time. Now, I'm going to make this clear. I'm a numerologist. I'm not divorced like you, brother. I'm not divorced like your woman, because I pick my my woman based off numerology and astrology. Come up here, baby. We're going to make this abundantly clear, okay? When it comes down to it, you have to understand that numerology and astrology is supreme. Numerology and astrology will tell you if you're picking the right woman or the right man if you're a woman. Not this Christian nonsense. You've already failed, sir. She has failed twice. You have failed once. Who knows? Maybe you got another fail in the future. I don't know. But all I know is I've been married to my baby for 20 years. And everything we do is based off numerology and astrology. And last point, I'm not raising someone else's kids as a numerologist. You are as a Christian. I yield my time.
All right, we'll put 3 minutes on the clock. It seems like this debate is more on ethics and
personal ethics.
Yeah, I guess.
At this point, yeah.
Andrew, we got 3 minutes on the clock for you, so you can
go ahead,
rebut
Andrew.
that.
Go ahead, Andrew. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Jesus Christ himself had a stepfather. I don't know why you think this is a dunk. Yes, of course. The ethical thing and the ethical purview to do is to try to take care and assist people can assist themselves. There's nothing within Christian ethics or Christian virtues which disallow from you marrying a woman who has children from previous marriages. There's nothing.
So
there's nothing there. Which, dude, I didn't interrupt you. Don't interrupt me. None of that disallows it. Okay, so I don't even know where you're coming up with this. I think that what you've done is you've conflated me with like some kind of red pill bro, and you think that I'm some red pill content creator, but I'm not.
No, if you were
I follow the ideals. Stop talking, dude. Stop talking.
Don't worry, we'll
you
add
can't
time.
seem to help but spurred.
Yeah, add 15 seconds for Andrew,
within the purview of Christian ethics. Not only am I not doing anything wrong, but I'm doing everything. All you're doing is affirming I'm a good man. You're like, Andrew's a good man and takes care of people. Oh, I know. Terrible fucking Christian. Awful. I don't even know how this is a dunk. What you're also trying to do is you're also trying to placate ego and materialism by saying, look, I bought this chick for, $100 from whatever boom boom country you bought her from. And we have this wonderful, great marriage. And, I'm not raising anybody else's kids and blah, 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 blah. Facts. I'm a numerologist. Buy my shit. Buy my product.
I never said that.
The entirety.
I never said anything about buying anything.
I don't know why you're interrupting
about buying anything?
Why you keep interrupting me, bro?
Go, Gary. Don't worry. We're giving you an extra 20 seconds.
It's my turn.
You're good.
So the thing is like, for you to just say, well, what you're doing is anti-Christian. There's nothing anti-Christian about it. This is an old criticism, It never done anything to hurt me a bit. Most people have mixed families these days because, unfortunately, we had to go through the boomer generation, Gen X, this type of thing. You're dealt the hand that you're dealt. People have stepfathers. They love their stepfathers. People have stepmothers. They love their stepmothers. It happens this way sometimes. Is it optimal for society? No. Does it lead to a massive amount of degeneracy? Ultimately, if this is something which is a goal, this is, in other words, something you're pushing society towards, of course. That has nothing to do with the personal situation of an individual person or individual circumstances, each of which should be assessed on their own merits within the confines of Christian ethics. So the only reason, by the way, you brought this in as a personal attack, and I understand why. Most of my critics usually will do this after they've lost a debate with me, and that's exactly what's happening now, just like it happened before.
When that was the debate.
Is that it, Andrew? Or
that's it?
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, folks, if you could beat somebody at an argument without having to resort to personal attacks, you would, because that's always the better and more solid argument to make. If you're attacking the guy, that means you can't win at the actual argument anymore. You're trying to undercut his entire argument by attacking him personally and anything in his background. I mean, look, Andrew Wilson has been open about this. He's like, it is what it is. But quite frankly, look, no one wants to be in this situation. It's not ideal. But unfortunately, it's not like everybody nowadays can just snap their fingers and find, a whole bunch of women who are perfectly available with no kids. And, all of these perfect choices, we don't have them anymore. We don't. Everyone is just trying to find relationships the best that they can and muddle through all of this mess that is a result of liberalism and feminism. I mean, most people, they just don't have a choice. They don't have the options that are available. So what do you want everybody to do? Just give up and stop? Like, what does that do for the human race? Like, regardless, people are still seeking relationships. They still have to find somebody because people need people. That's just the way, it works. We're supposed to live. We're supposed to progenate ourselves. But regardless of said attacks on Andrew Wilson, folks, I am not listening to anybody who prides numerology and astrology. Because if that was the case, if it worked oh so well, you guys would be the billionaires. You'd be running all the companies. You'd have all the money. If it was true, you guys would all be on top. And yet, I don't see any of you running anything. No companies, no governments, no empires. No anything. So if it was right, how come I don't see you in positions of power? But hit that like button and notification bell if you're enjoying the video. And if you want to help support the channel, check out the link in the description and let's get back in.
You had a little bit extra time. We'll turn it back to you, Gary. I'll put 3 minutes on the clock.
Let's get started, man. We have a man here who failed in his first marriage. And again, this is a devout Christian man. And he married someone who has kids from 2 different men. So he's trying to tell you this is being a good Christian. This is being a good simp. Okay? This is exactly what it is. This man is a simp, and he's trying to use religion as a clutch and a cope to cope for his simp. Sir, I never confuse you for red pill. A red pill would never have someone like your wife who's been with 2 different men raising different kids, okay? So let's not have anyone confuse anyone with red pill here. You are a grifter. You are a religious grifter who is using it as a clutch to get people on your side, to get other Christians to like you, because even though I'm accused of being in a cult, the actual biggest cult in the world is Christianity. 2.3 billion people in this cult. But remember what this man just showed you. He can't prove Jesus is real by any stretch of the imagination. All he can tell you is, oh, well, if a whole bunch of people agree on something, that must be real. Okay, sir. Use that logic the same way you talk to women. This man will go on the whatever podcast. This man will go on Fresh and Fit and call people cucks when he's a simp himself taking care of other people. This is basically what he is. He's the fraud. He's been proving what he is. And at the end of the day, sir, this is what numerology got me, brother. You can say all you want, bro. This is a 40-year-old woman. You want to compare what as Christianity got you to what numerology got me? This is facts, sir. So again, you're a joke. You're being made to look like a joke right now. So you can keep simping the Christianity. You can keep grifting it. At the end of the day, sir, you go home to a ran-through woman with a whole bunch of different kids, and that's what you are. That's what your legacy is. So keep praying, brother, because they ain't gonna help you. I'll finish with this. 2,000 years, Christians have been saying Jesus is coming back. That means tens of billions of people alive have basically thought that Jesus is coming back in their lifetimes. That means tens of billions of people died fools. Jesus ain't coming back. I can't prove he didn't exist. I will give that to you. I can't prove he didn't exist. But you and everyone like you can't prove he did. In closing, my wife came here on a work visa. I found her 20 years ago. I looked at her birthday. I said, loyal woman who's going to be good at raising kids. And that's exactly what she does. Because you know what? Maybe to you, it doesn't matter that you raise kids that don't look like you. To me, it does. We ain't the same, bro.
All right. I'll put 3 minutes on the clock.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, I guess this will be the last one on this round, I'm guessing. And then what was the next topic that you guys want to hit with Christianity?
Yeah, okay, so now you guys, I did not interrupt Gary even once, right?
Yeah, and don't worry, if he interrupts you, we'll add time to your clock, so you're okay.
So imagine the yarmulke-wearing subversive over here pretending that he has kids that look like him. I'm sorry, sir, I just want to point out to you, the woman you're with, not the same distinguishing phenotypical characteristics that you have. So I don't know what you're talking about, first of all, with... did I interrupt you even once, Gary? Stop spurging, Gary. Calm down, Gary.
Yeah.
That's one. Two, you're not rich. You're a fucking fraud. You've been a fraud for years, and I have lists of all of the frauds in which you've conducted, which include your fake rings, which include your fake ties to the Trump administration, which you do not have. You do not have ties to the Trump administration. That's a lie. How do I know? Well, it's pretty easy to deduce because the people who are in the Trump administration have no fucking clue who you are, Gary. And they're definitely not taking numerological advice from you. That's for damn sure. On top of all of this, all that you have done is say, Andrew, because I can't defeat your arguments, I'm going to attack the fact that 20 years ago or 15 or whatever it is, you married a woman who had kids. So fucking what? That's not outside of the purview of Christian ethics, one. Doesn't prove anything. And then two, you also say that I preach. I don't preach. I'm not a preacher. I've never preached. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm a debater. I debate worldviews, and I debate subversive worldviews especially, but I don't preach to anybody. I don't know where the fuck you even came up with that. I don't have a ministry, and I don't want one. I'm sure I could have one, but I don't want a ministry. On top of all of this, your claims are actually quite weak, right? The only thing that you can say is like, well, if you have stepkids, you're a cuck. That would encompass so many people. It's unbelievable. And also logically, you would have to take the next step that if you adopted, you were a cuck, right? Which makes no fucking sense at all. If you were to take care of kids from like a brother or sister who died, you would equally be a cuck. Like all of these things you would have to give a semantic distinction why it's a different thing, right? Being a step parent is not evil, Gary. Now, when you're talking about optimals for society, I can talk about what's optimal. It is optimal to be in an intact nuclear family. Who would know that better than somebody who wasn't in one? You're saying that a person who wasn't in a nuclear family could never give a descriptor that being in a nuclear family was better? That's fucking stupid. That's dumb. That's like saying that former drug addicts can't tell people that drugs are bad. Like, of course they can. And those are the people you want to say it more than anyone. So I don't understand even the logic here. It makes no sense. But on top of all of that would be forgivable. Okay? All of it would be forgivable. If it weren't the case that I know you're just a subversive. That's it. And the only reason you're upset with me is because I'm vastly popular, and I'm going to continue to be vastly popular while you nip on my heels on fucking X like the fat, pathetic loser that you are, Gary. And there's nothing that you're going to be able to do about that. And the reason is because I am superior at debate. I'm superior at politics. And I have literally found you out and shown people that you are indeed a grifting fraud. And your numerology that you continuously claim has made you rich and has made you this and has made you that. Well, that's a fraud too. When you are put on the spot for your actual numerological takes, they don't even amount to anything. Like when you're talking about airplanes and this and that 43 accidents, this is all bullshit. And people who watch this, even if they walk away thinking, that guy, Andrew, what a scumbag because he has stepkids, right? Or there was divorces in their past, right? Even if they all walked away thinking that, none of them are walking away believing in your fucking bullshit numerology, Gary. None of them.
So we'll give
Yeah, folks, I don't know who this guy Gary is. Apparently, Andrew Wilson knows him far better than I. But anyone that I've seen that like this, these astrologists, numerologists, again, they're all full of it. They're full of it. They're cons, they're shams. They can't actually prove what they say on the spot. And if it were the case, there would be a history of this crap being right. Right? It would be in the history books. It would be, oh my God, astrology predicts everything. Numerology predicts everything. And yet, why is that not widespread? Why is that not just worldwide? If it was so true, it would be so easy to prove, and yet it's nowhere to be found in the mainstream. Why? Because it can't actually back it up. As Andrew Wilson said, he's the superior debating politician, and at the end of the day, he can convince people of his worldview, but ain't nobody buying this guy's bullshit. But thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about what Andrew Wilson had to say, completely destroying this numerologist and his BS in this heated debate. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.